Want to know how to pay less tax as a digital nomad? In this video, we tell you how. How to pay less tax as a digital nomad. Well, it's not really that we pay less, since in the end we will pay the same, but we will do it in a way that will benefit us much more. Why? Let's explain it. Quarterly, we have to declare what we are earning or taking advances on our earnings. This quarterly declaration can be total or partial. In other words, if it is partial and we earn 6,000 euros, we can declare only part of it, such as declaring 2,000. As we are managers and owners of our own company, we will take as much profit as we deem appropriate. But every 3 months, we will only take small advances or put small amounts of payroll or profit advances than we actually earn. What happens? When January arrives, we have to summarize everything we have received. Then, in January, we have to put in the correct amount that we have received. If we do it quarterly and we put in all the profits, we have to pay 20% quarterly, when the reality is not 20%, but between 15% and 17.5%. I mean quarterly, if we declare everything we pay 20%, and if we don't declare everything we pay 20% of what we declare, which will be less. When January comes and we summarize, that is, we really put in what we have earned. As I have been advancing money quarterly on account, we deduct that money declared from the total of what we have earned. Now I am obliged in January to close my accounts completely, i.e. to declare everything I have earned. This closing of the accounts in January means that I already have to pay the real taxes, which, I repeat, would be around 15 or 17.5%. This way, I avoid having to pay 20% in advance. That is to say, there is a difference of about 3 or 4%. When I close the year with all the correct amounts and all the taxes to be paid are calculated, what I do is that I ask to pay it in 10 parts, and from July onwards, which is totally correct. Why? For what purpose? Because if the tax authorities have to give me money back on the payment, they will give it back to me in May. So, if I'm going to start paying in June or July, when the tax authorities have to give me the money back, what they are going to do is to compensate me with what I actually have to pay. So, I have not advanced any money. I hope that those of you who have companies, are self-employed, or have a business activity understand this is a little bit. For those of you who don't, I know it's a bit complex or strange. In short, it is to pay what I have to pay in a simpler, easier way, without having to pay almost a year in advance, or months in advance in any other amount, and that it is compensated in this way. Besides, why do I pay it in 10 parts? I pay it in 10 parts for ease of payment, and also because if the Treasury is often late in repaying, this delay will only cost me 10% or a second payment of another 10%. Well, I know it is a bit complex for those of you who are not in the business world, but those of you who have a company or business activity in any country in the world, I think you will understand me. In any case, if you have any doubts, just call us and we will answer them. Well, I hope all this has helped you. Best regards.